I said, skirt all niggas, skirt up all niggas, skirt down, you acting like me, acting like we wasn't more than. I said, skirt all niggas, skirt up all niggas, skirt down, you acting like me, acting like we wasn't more than. I said, skirt all niggas, skirt up all niggas, skirt down, you acting like me, acting like we wasn't more than. I said, skirt all niggas, skirt up.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to another video. First of all, I want to say happy early Thanksgiving. By the time you see this video, it may actually be Thanksgiving, but I'm actually doing it prior to. So in the event that it's dropping on Thanksgiving, I just want to say happy Thanksgiving to each and every one of you. I also want to say welcome to my channel if you're new. If you've been here before, welcome back. And remember, we're all family here. So I want to talk briefly about Keisha Kaylee'S. She's also a frequent flyer here on the Justmecmb commentary channel. And she's someone that just here recently, as a matter of fact, as recent as last night, I had the opportunity to see some of the video of the court case that her and Toya did. Now, I've talked generally about the court case. I've also talked a lot about her as a person. What I do see about her, she's not a horrible mother. I know a lot of times, a lot of the mothers on the mommy sector of YouTube that gets discussed frequently usually have things about them that make them kind of controversial or drama filled, and that's what people tend to talk about a lot. But number one, I try not to fall directly into that. Now, every single person that does commentary on mommies does not necessarily speak negatively, but nonetheless, there are things that anybody can improve. So, a lot of times, those are the things that are brought out in the commentary. Um, for me, I looked at the video and I thought about all the things I've said and all the things that I've noticed about this young lady. One thing that I do stand by, I believe that she takes much better care of herself and her boyfriend than she does the care of her children. That's not to say that she neglects her kids. I just know that she goes and gets her hair professionally done. And even when she took her kids out to go, I guess they're on a cheer team. Even when she took her kids out to be a part of the cheer team situation, um, she just pretty much threw their hair up there. Like she didn't put the same care and attention into her kids that she did herself. And, you know, I don't feel like that's necessarily a positive trait of a parent. It's not the worst, but it definitely is something that can be improved on. Another thing that I have spoke on here, uh, it seems like these okay, like this young lady bought a house. She's putting a lot of time and effort into fixing her house up, which for her age is very impressive. But she also homeschools her kids, and one thing I noticed, they don't even have desk up. Even with her moving, even with her refurnishing her entire home, I feel like people need to make the provisions to ensure that their kids are always comfortable, that anywhere can be home for them, and anywhere they get comfort. And I don't feel like that's what she did. And so I think that that's another thing that definitely can be improved. However, she's definitely not a horrible mother in the mommy sector. She's providing a very nice place for them to live. She has made a lot of success for her. She has a very big channel. She has a lot of brand deals. She even is working with a manager that can bring in some recurring brand deals. So, with that being the case, I mean, she is the exception to the rule when it comes to most of the moms that are discussed. Now, there are countless moms in the mommy sector, but most people don't talk about the non problematic moms. They really don't. Um, I try to talk about people that, number one, is not being talked about by everyone else, and number two, that I can say some positives as well as, maybe there's something negative to say. I don't want my commentary just to have to be negative all the time. So I say that, but at the same time, I did just say a few negative things about this young lady. But let me tell you what really prompted me to do this video today. When I think I watched about 2.5 hours of the court case. The last part of the case, because it drug out so long, was not uh, put out on the channel that I watched it on. I didn't get to see it when it actually aired live, and I think they took it down after that. So, with that being the case, I didn't get to see any of that. So, I was lucky enough to just be through YouTube last night, and a piece that came up. It's a couple of men who do commentary as well, but they do commentary on things like court cases. They'll go and watch a judge's court live and commentate on what's going on, talking about the case with their followers and things such as this. This is how I was able to see a portion of the video. Um, and it really made some of the things that was showed kind of made Toya look bad. It did make her look like, because some of the commentary being said about Toya was, oh, she's obsessed with this lady, blah blah blah. Now I do commentary, so for me, it was a look in from the outside. What do people think of commentators? What do people think of those of us who sit and watch other channels and talk about the things that are going on? And some of the things that were said, really made me feel a kind of ways, like really made me have to step back and look at how I conduct myself. Like, am I speaking on people like this? Apparently they had made an agreement that Keisha will remove the strikes as long, because she struck Toya's channel, that she would remove the strikes if Toya would take down the videos and no longer speak on her. Well, apparently it was said that Keisha took the strikes off, but that Toya continued to do what she was doing, and so that's why she chose to take her to court. Now the thing about it was another young lady who I think kind of did Keisha worse, but I guess because Toya lives in Georgia, she felt she was more accessible, so she went after her. Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, that's how it, basically ended up happening. So, with that being the case, that's why she just sued Toya and not some of the other people. Now, like I said, I wasn't able to watch the entire case, but I mean, I just want to say that I don't think when it comes to commentary, it shouldn't be a situation to where you are trying to basically attack people with your words. It definitely shouldn't be that. It shouldn't be a situation to where you have to call people out of their names. Sometimes as a commentator, we all should kind of ensure that we are keeping our bearings a certain type of way. I say that just because of how things presented at court. It really kind of made Toya looked almost like she was just harping on these people. Now, it's very likely that talking about her during a time that she had a lot of trending topics on her channel made her money. I mean, and so obviously, as a commentator, as a person with a YouTube channel, that's what you're trying to do. So that could very well be why she did that. Oftentimes, myself, I talk about commentary here on my channel, and a lot of my videos are about a couple. And sometimes I feel that way. I feel like, gosh, I want something else to talk about. But this couple just keeps on giving me content. So it's like, what do you do? You know what I'm saying? Do you just stop talking about them just to stop, or do you do what you're here for? And so, I try to diversify as much as I can, and I'm still pushing to bring more to my channel, so that I won't have to, in a 7 day period of time, I don't want to have videos about the same couple 7 days. I mean, just my personal preference. Even if there is enough content, I would prefer to have enough variety that I can give my channel variety. So, that's just something that kind of hit home again last night when I was watching that video. But nonetheless, it is what it is. We're here as commentators to commentate on things of interest to our community of subscribers. So, my community of subscribers are people who enjoy mommy content. So, that's what I talk about. We also talk about a little true crime here. Those are things that I've talked about. Those are things that have gained me followers, and those are things that get engagement on my channel. So those are the things that I talk about. Um, but even with that, I still try to be careful at how I talk about it. So I say all of that just to say, as a commentator, I will continue to do what I'm here to do. I hope that this young lady, Miss Keisha Kaylee'S, does not choose to try to victimize another person. Now, what happened is um, she had a lot of paperwork of why she felt Toya was just pretty much responsible for every bad thing that ever happened to her. She misrepresented a lot of information, and it sounded like she downright lied several times during the court case. But, the judge saw through it, wasn't having it, and she did not win. Unfortunate for her and fortunate for Toya. But um, I feel when it got to the point of her striking and suing her, first of all, when she struck her channel, they reached an agreement, and Keisha did her part. Toya should have adhered to her part, at least partially. I mean, because honestly, although the this young lady might have been the gift that keep on giving, which is what I call the couple I talk about oftentimes, but at the same time, when it's about to cost you a stream of income, you might want to pivot just a little bit or simmer down just a little bit. I don't know. But whatever the case is, I've been struck before. I'm gonna be honest about that. And I haven't been on the block that long. It was a very humbling and scary experience for me because I'm new, but I had to understand what exactly that meant, how to handle it, and how to ensure that I put myself in the best position not to have it happen again. Now, do I expect that that is going to be the case all the time? Probably not. But I hope that as time goes by, people realize, okay, this young lady knows how to handle these type of situations. So I'm not going to use strikes as a way to try to, I guess, be aggressive towards her or manipulate and control her because she don't know no better. And so I just hope that, from moving forward, that's the case. Now, back when all of this drama was going on with Keisha Kylie, she had she was pregnant with a set of twins. She was in a lot of pain and things of this nature, so she gave her boyfriend the ability, allegedly, to go out and have uh, find a way to take care of his needs. Let's just say it like that, and it resulted in him impregnating someone, and so it was just drama in her life. She took it, she spent it into a book, she spent it into a way to capitalize off of it, which may or may not have been beneficial to her in the long run. But whatever the case was, um, it a lot of people made a lot of money talking about it, and Toya was one of them. So, I mean, that's just kind of the nature of the beast, and but it just ended up that Toya spent a year and a half in court as a result of that. Um, and she could have very well lost $7,000, but fortunately, the case went in her favor. The judge said she didn't owe her anything. She can't prove that any of the stuff that she alleged was true, and therefore she just dismissed the case, um, citing not in Keisha's favor, and also, um, just letting her know that, hey, although y'all really should leave each other alone and not talk about each other anymore, still, she don't know, money, honey, go on about your business. So that's kind of how that went. But I hope that that was a learning experience for Keisha. I mean, you can't put yourself out there and just expect not to be talked about. You need to learn the fair use rules and laws, and how not to waste your money, because she wasted money, time, and effort going to court over something that was fair use, really. I mean, it was. Now, could the young lady have not, talked about her in such an awful way? Yeah. She definitely could have spin that whole narrative differently and still got her point across. But I hope both of them lived and learned, because that could have really cost that other young lady. Anyway, for Keisha, I hope that she is still able to, be out there, making money and doing the things that she's doing, getting collaborations done. I also hope that, they say she has an in-house nanny for her kids, that she educates her nanny to the point of, hey, my kids are why you're here. I need their hair combed every day. I need them taken care of in a certain type of way. That's why I'm paying you. Now they say it's her mama, so I mean, mom should have the same vested interest that she does. But whatever the case is, I just hope that she does better with that situation. And I do still want to hear from you guys. I want you to tell me what you think. I want to know, any of you who may know more about this case. How do you feel about the case with Toya? Do you feel that Toya was a little bit too aggressive? Was she too rude and insulting? Did she go overboard with how she commentated? Like I said, the guys who posted the video that I saw, and the guys who also did their own commentation on it, felt that Toya was somewhat obsessed with her. Do you guys agree with that or disagree? Um, I mean, it did sound a little bit extra, but I don't feel that I got enough information to say it was downright obsessive, because I've seen, even in the last 30 days, some very rude, very argumentative, very distasteful commentary on people here on this platform. So Toya definitely wasn't the worst I've seen. So, anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm eager to hear from you all. Again, I hope your holiday is amazing, and I will see you in the next video, guys. Bye.
I said, skirt all niggas, skirt up all niggas, skirt down, you acting like me, acting like we wasn't more than. I said, skirt all niggas, skirt up all niggas, skirt down, you acting like me, acting like we wasn't more than. I said, skirt all niggas, skirt up all niggas, skirt down, you acting like me, acting like we wasn't more than. I said,